Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show. Jason's here. Hi, everybody.
Hello, my darling. Let's see who we can anger today.
Woo! My buddy Jason's in the audience. Marge is here, everybody. Look, it's Marge. Marge is in the front row. Welcome to the show. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. I am really excited about today's show, especially because Marge is in the front row. Thank you. Please say a lot of that love, save a lot of that love for my good friend. She's right over there. It's Miss Kendall, everybody. Hello, Kendall.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, we've got an energetic audience. This is great.
I know. They are. Again, we've been having Friday audiences on like Monday or Tuesdays. It's been great. And these people, this is a Friday audience. And I am delighted. I am absolutely delighted because my good friend, I love her. We fell in love a couple months ago. You remember Marge, who invited me to her prom. Marge is back. She's sitting in the front row today. There she is. That's right. We're going to be taking her to Serum sometime soon. We're going to get some chicken wings. I'm very excited. And my buddy Jace is in the audience, part of the Jason Show fan club. Now, Jace is the one. Jason's up top. Jace, there's my buddy. There's my buddy. Jace is the one that got our logo tattooed on his leg. Now he's gonna want to change it because I upset a lot of people yesterday. And coming up, Kendall had nothing to do with it, right? Kendall, you had nothing to do with it.
Nope.
A little bit later, I will tell you why. I'm not joking. I received literally more like hateful emails than we have in a very long time, and it was all about a game show. And I will tell you about that a little bit later. But right now, this came out in the Star Tribune this morning. I love the haunted basement. It used to be at the soap factory. Have you ever been there, the haunted basement?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're going this year. Let's be. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. You're going with me this year.
I will actually have to wear a diaper because I'll pee my pants.
That's fine. Ratings, well, that's fine. We'll do it, yeah. Thank you, Jace. Yeah. No, but the haunted basement moved around. It was at the soap factory, then it left the soap factory. Well, this is awesome. So you know Rosedale. I love Rosedale. That's one of my favorite malls. Her Burgers left. They closed. Well, listen to this. The haunted basement is renting out Her Burgers. And so that is going to be like the biggest haunted house ever. And it's going to be, what are you shaking your head for?
I'm not going.
Oh, you're going.
No.
Yes,
Jason.
you're going. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jace will go with you. Yeah.
See?
Yeah, no, it's going to be, no, we'll have fun, Kendall. I promise. I promise we'll have fun. She's not believing me. No, no, it's a good time. I don't love haunted houses either, but it'll make for great TV. You know, us screaming and, yes, it's gonna be great. But anyway, when it starts to open, we'll let you know. We'll bring Schwabi. We'll have like a Jason Show meeting. Yeah. I'll bring Marge. You know, it'll be great. Yeah. What? Marge would be the bravest of all of us. You know what I mean? Marge wouldn't care at all. She's like, I've seen this.
I will only go if Dexter will come.
Oh, someone just said they're going to bring safety blankets.
Oh, good.
It's like the thunder vest for dogs, you know. Anyway, so we'll let you know. I know there's a date. I don't remember the date, but when it opens, we'll let you know. And bravo to the haunted basement people. Okay, guys, let's get started. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. Today, I will try not to upset anybody in the hot dish. We're getting another, spoiler alert, we're getting another sneak peek at the live-action remake of The Lion King. And the reason, look, we've covered The Lion King a lot. The reason this is a big deal is because we're getting our first look and listen to Nala. And we all know who plays the adult Nala, Beyonce. That's right. So, So this promo was called Coming Home. Listen, listen.
Simba, you have to take your place as king. We need you. Come home.
We're here! Oh, everyone calm down, we're here.
The backup has arrived.
Perfect. So, if you didn't recognize those final two voices as Timon and Pumbaa, that is Seth Rogen as Pumbaa, and that is Billy Eichner as Timon, which is going to be fantastic. Seriously, how good, because we know obviously what Beyonce sounds like, how good, I wondered what her, like what voice level she would use. How good is that? That's a perfect Nala.
I'm so excited.
I know.
She's going to be great. I mean, it's B.
It's B. It's B. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. And I'm going to say this. I was just thinking about this as I was watching that clip. If the reviews are good, and I think they're going to be good, as I sit here, have a feeling this could beat the Avengers in the year box office. I'm telling you, because think about it. The Avengers, though a finale, there's a lot of things going for the Avengers as far as a box office record. Lion King has one thing that the Avengers doesn't. It's a broader family film. With, think about kids. When I was a kid, I liked seeing things multiple times. This has the potential to have more repeat visitors than I think Avengers has.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
And it's not 3 hours.
What?
It's not 3 hours long.
Yeah, and it won't be 3 hours long.
Right.
But I don't know. Avengers will probably still last the record because it is the finale. But if it's not number one, I think The Lion King, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, might even beat Star Wars this year. I know. I don't like saying that either. I get no joy from saying that. I love Star Wars, but
you also love The Lion King.
I love The Lion King. It's my bread and butter. The Lion King hits bread and butter. I don't know where that came from. Hits theaters on July 19th. Let's move on. We may be seeing more live productions of old sitcoms. This is good news. Deadline says that after the huge success of Jimmy Kimmel's special called Live in Front of a Studio Audience, Norman Lear's All in the Family, and The Jeffersons, ABC bigwigs, they are looking at making productions like that, what they call an event franchise. 22 million people have watched that since it aired on May 25th. Now, if you missed it, you can see it right there. It starred Jamie Foxx as George Jefferson, Marissa Tomei as Edith Bunker, Woody Harrelson as Archie, and Wanda Sykes as Wheezy Jefferson. And it was hosted and produced by Jimmy Kimmel. I just have to say, thank you, ABC executives. You have finally learned. You've learned your lesson. Because I use this example all the time. ABC made a huge blunder back in the year 2000 when, there weren't game shows. Game shows were going through kind of a rough period in the late 90s. It was on daytime, but that was about it. And then ABC had the idea of bringing this British show to America called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And they made it a special with Regis hosting. Remember? And it was a giant rating success. But what they did was they got greedy and they started running it every week, and it took away the specialness of it. This, I'm glad to say, they've learned, don't run that. You can't run that every week. They're only going to use it maybe like once or twice a year as kind of a launching pad for new shows. So like, for instance, they'll put it on at 7 and then put a show on that they want you to watch at like 9. It's smart. So ABC, don't change your mind. Keep it just like this. And if while you're at it, why don't you do this with The Bachelorette too? You know what I mean? Parse it down a little.
Yes.
You know what I mean? What I mean by that is, I know Bachelor Nation, I love you. We cover the show. We're getting ready to cover it with Ted. But we don't need 3-hour result shows. We don't have time for that. Marge doesn't have time for that. Yeah, Marge is busy. Marge is busy playing bridge. She doesn't have time for that.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. My girl Marge, I told you this if you missed the episode, Marge has played bridge with the same friend of hers for decades. Yes, they play bridge every day. Yeah, I know, every week.
Look at you, girl.
She doesn't have time for 3-hour bachelorettes. Yeah. Next in the dish, one of my favorite shows on Netflix is coming back for another season. Netflix says they have renewed Dead to Me for a second season. All of you, I'm not kidding, you guys have loved the show, and I'm glad because y'all know I loved it too. Christina Applegate and Linda Cardellini will come back. Netflix does not release ratings news, but the show has become a standout and could even get a lot of awards come Emmy season. I was just telling the producers, I can always tell when a show is hitting like the zeitgeist or when it's buzzing because when I go on Google News or wherever you get your news, your aggregated news, this news of the headline that this was renewed was everywhere. Entertainment Weekly, BuzzFeed, Time Mag. So I thought, oh, this show really did catch on, even though they're not releasing ratings news. Did you see it yet?
I haven't watched it yet, but my mom found out about it from the show, and she was like, okay, I'll give it a try. She loves it. Was like totally binged it, blah, 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 and was really excited.
Yeah,
so.
it's if you guys, all of you watching, if you haven't watched it yet, it is it's different, it's well written, it's well acted, it's fresh, it's original, and it's on Netflix. So just search for Dead to Me. There we go. Dead to Me.
Dead to Me.
Yeah.
Dead to Me.
Well, we are going to take a very small break, and when we come back, you're going to find out why I upset a lot of you yesterday. We'll be right back after this. Coming up in just a little bit, America loves Ted, but they are not liking me right now. Spoiler alert, audience. Close your ears, audience, if you don't want to know. Find out why our show was hit with some unfriendly online fire yesterday, and it's all my fault. Then, no one dislikes him. We love the garden guy. Dale K is back live and will tell us what we need to be planting right now. Plus, he's answering your Facebook questions. And Kendall is getting very, very proper this morning. We sent her to school to learn the proper way to brew a cup of tea. I guess we've been doing it wrong this whole time. That's all coming up.
I was a Make-A-Wish kid, yeah.
What was, if you don't mind me asking?
Yes. So
what was your...
What my wish was?
Sure, yeah.
So initially, so I ended up going to Hawaii with my family, which was really wonderful. But initially, I wanted to meet Jared Leto as my wish. I changed my mind, and I told my parents that I would rather meet Jared Leto when we were peers. Very confident teen, so confident. So I was presenting at the VMAs, the MTV VMAs, and who do I meet there who was also presenting? Jared Leto. So I met him. When we met as peers. So.
Oh, and he posted this. This is from...
Yeah. Yes, Jared Leto posted a photo. It's not even a big deal, you guys. But yeah,
I love her. Former SNL cast member Miss Vanessa Bayer on Colbert last night. Vanessa was diagnosed with leukemia when she was 15 years old. She's one of my favorites of the new crop. She's so funny. Well, welcome back. I'm even afraid to say the word now, but let's talk Jeopardy. Look, I love we took the woman's face. I'm like, what? It's been a wild ride this spring for James Holzhauer on the show. He was going for win number 33 yesterday. But before we talk any more about Jeopardy, let's roll this. Let's roll it one more time. Spoiler alert means we could possibly spoil an aspect of the show for you, which in 5 years, I say it almost to the point where it's ridiculous. I do not believe, how many times have you heard me say, I don't believe in ruining shows. I try not to. Okay, anyway, I'll get defensive a little bit later. Take a look at what happened in final. Okay, again, please. If you don't want to know anything, turn away right now. Here's what happened I'm so skittish in Final Jeopardy yesterday.
So, Emma, it's up to you. If you came up with the correct response, you're going to be the new Jeopardy champion. Did you? You did. What did you wager? Oh, gosh, 20,000. What a payday. Over to Jane.
Okay, so Holzhauer got outplayed in Final Jeopardy, losing to a librarian from Chicago. He leaves the show with more than $2.4 million in earnings, just short of the all-time record. And I leave with a black eye. If you saw, and again, Kendall had nothing to do with this.
Nope.
If you saw, direct the emails to me, which you do. If you saw our show yesterday, we revealed that he would likely lose after spoilers hit the internet and were shared by many sites over the weekend. I'm talking the NBC Nightly News. I'm talking the Star Tribune. I'm talking newspapers. We warned people watching we were going to spoil the show, but that didn't stop some of you from sharing your anger with me. Several of you called us. You got through our phone tree, and we are so well. I am sorry if I ruined anybody's day, but my favorite tweet is this one. Go ahead and put it up. She writes, "My mom can't stop yelling, 'I hate you, Jason,' for ruining Jeopardy for her. She has sworn she will never ever watch him again. My mom doesn't swear and has sworn several times at him for spoiling today's results and show." Well, she continued on Twitter most of the day yesterday. Since people seem to love when I spoil things, well, and let me just say this before we do this. I'll just repeat it again. I'm not in the business of ruining anybody's day. You guys know me, and I hope you know this show and the other show, I believe, is all about intention. And we sometimes twist ourselves into a pretzel to not offend, to remain neutral. We don't talk about politics. So I hope right before you start to send an email saying that I'm the worst person ever, think about the intent. I really, for 42 minutes, just want to bring joy to your life. So if we do trip up and we make you mad, just think about the intent for a second and give me just a little bit of grace. Just a little bit of grace. Now, we decided, now that you have forgiven me, hopefully, now I'm going to make you mad all over again, because we decided to go ahead and spoil a bunch of movies and TV show endings for you.
For real. That's not a joke.
It's not a joke. We're going to do it because these are like 30 years old. First up, Titanic. The boat sinks. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Please, you knew that. Steel Magnolias. Shelby dies. There we go. The Sixth Sense. Bruce Willis is dead.
What?
E.T. The alien leaves Elliot back on Earth. Whatever. Now to TV. Friends ends. Monica and Chandler adopt a baby and move to the suburbs. Ross and Rachel get back together. That's how it ends. That's okay. Cheers. The bar closes. NBC takes it off the air. There we go. Oh, thank you. They've seen that one. There we go. Now I've gotten it out of my system.
That was exhausting.
I know. I did feel bad. We got to go, but I did feel bad. I don't want to ruin Mom's day. But it was all over the place, people. It really was, my friends, all over the place. Still ahead. I know I'm moving. Still, garden guy Dale K is in the house, and he's got some ideas for your garden. But next, things got physical on The Bachelorette last night, and it was a battle between the Lukes. Producer Ted gives us take when we come back. Back after this.
The guy's a beast, and he's super aggressive, but I think maybe sometimes he could be a little too aggressive.
I think the words blood, sweat, and tears might have been taken just a little bit too literally.
This is the kind of guy who might, God forbid, might, hurt someone.
Hey.
Wow, getting rough. It's American Ninja Warrior or The Bachelorette. That's a clip from last night's episode of The Bachelorette. The men played some rugby, and as you can see, things got Olivia Newton-John physical. Hannah's search for love headed to the East Coast this week, where the drama heated up between Luke P. and Luke S. And that means it's time once again for America Loves Ted. Producer Ted joins us now from the Jason Show control room. Good morning. Okay, no clap. Okay, good morning. Aaron literally is like...
Good morning.
Good morning, Ted. Oh, Ted, what happened between Luke P. And Luke? What happened there in the rugby game?
Well, so this was basically the whole show. I mean, their drama was the whole show. So they have this rugby game where you have people who are, men who are built like football players go up against guys who are built like me. And the guys who are built like football players, Luke P., goes after the guy that looks like me, Luke S., and boom, body slams him to the ground.
Okay, so what did P say? What did Luke P. What was his explanation?
So Hannah then pulled them aside and said, "So what was the reasoning for this?" And Luke P., very manipulative, said, "I felt threatened by Luke S." Like, come on. He's not threatening, but he said he came after me with clenched fists, so I had to take him down.
Again, when you were describing this, it sounds like American Ninja Warrior instead of The Bachelorette.
Yeah, and I mean, you saw in that clip, Luke S. was basically almost in tears because the guy just pummeled him. But then, so Luke P. didn't just say that. Luke P. also told Hannah that Luke S. Is really just here for his whiskey business.
So he has a whiskey business?
Yeah, he's just promoting his business and wants to, grow that, which, who's there for the right reasons? That's one of the big things with The Bachelor. Who's here for the right reasons? Who's here for the wrong reasons? And so then that sends off flags in her head that, oh man, Luke S. might be the bad one.
So who, are you getting a sense of who she's believing? Because we're looking at a clip now of them talking. Who is she likely to believe?
I think everyone in America who was watching this last night is screaming at their TV because they feel like Hannah B. is siding with Luke P.
Really?
Yeah.
And again, to recap, that's the bulky.
And remember, he's the guy who told her he loves her on like 2 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that same guy, Luke P.
So we want the Ted lookalike. We want the one that looks like you.
Yeah, we want your average guy.
That's right.
To win, but Luke P.
See, the audience is with you.
And then at the end of the night, so we didn't see who got sent home because they want to draw it over for an extra week. But Luke P. says to Luke S., sorry about the whiskey thing, I'll go clear it up with her. And then he goes to clear it up with her and he goes, I stand by everything I said about Luke S.
Wow. This sounds like a good episode finally.
It was actually pretty good. It had nothing to do with love and only to do with Luke and yeah. But
okay, we have like 30 seconds. Did anyone go, do we care about any of the other dates? Anything exciting happen?
I have no idea what happened on the other dates.
Yeah, exactly. And did anyone go home?
No, because we have to draw it out for another week. So no rose ceremony last night.
They've been doing this a lot lately with no rose ceremony.
We need the payoff. If I'm going to invest 2 hours in this show, you gotta give me something.
Yes. That's ridiculous. That should be illegal in Bachelor Nation.
It's the golden rule.
That's right.
We sit through this to get a rose ceremony.
By the way, coming up at the end of the show, we're very excited. Ted is, look at his eyes. You're going to find out why Ted is very much looking forward to July, right, Ted?
Mm-hmm. Big month.
And all of you watching will benefit. You'll find that out a little bit later. Right now, bye, Ted. Thank you, buddy. Still ahead in today's show, ready to step up your gardening game? He's one of my favorite guys and favorite guests on our show. Garden guy Dale K is here with what to plant right now. And then Kendall meets a local woman putting her touch on tea. Are we brewing tea wrong? You'll find out coming up. Back in a moment, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Surrounded by flowers. Oh, he's the brightest bulb in our garden. We are a few days into the month of June, and finally the weather is heating up. So what should you plant right now? There's one guy with the answer here with his tips. Garden guy Dale K, everybody. Hi, buddy.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I honestly, you're one of my mom's favorite guests, and you're one of my favorite guests.
My heart is so warm.
Well, it should be.
I'm getting tingly.
Well, you should. Okay, so let's get right to it. What should we be, you take it over. What should we plant right now?
Okay, well, obviously, spring is really the best time to get out in the garden. And for me, I've been up to my elbows pretty much for about a month and a half.
In moist dirt?
In rich, moist soil, because that's That's really...
Dale physically wrote that in an email today. He goes, I'm very busy. Yeah.
And that's really key because the better the soil, it's like a good night's sleep, right? The better the bed, the better the night's sleep.
That's right.
So the better the soil, the better your plants will grow. So anything that you can do to improve the soil, compost, fertilizer, all those things that make it rich and moist will, of course, grow better plants. The calendar has ticked to June.
Yeah.
So what should you be planting right now?
That's what we're going to answer.
So let's take a look. It's a great time to get really tropical in your own backyard. That tall red one right there is Mandevilla. And by geez, by jingo, by crikey, it grows. It grows like a weed. It grows like a weed.
It's
bulletproof. It's bulletproof.
I think he discussed an Australian. Did you?
No, it's a good. No, it's bulletproof,
Okay.
and it blooms all season long. But whether you're growing hibiscus or mandevilla, anything tropical is really, really fun to do. The weather is warmer, especially up here in the upper Midwest. Great time to incorporate some blooming tropicals into your backyard. The little orange one in front there,
right here.
Oftentimes at this time of year, once you got all your other flowers in, you find, and as we're growing more trees, you find that you have that shady spot in the garden. Well, I have the tonic and the ticket for your garden. Iconia begonia, the one that we're looking at there, Iconia begonia, is a brand new begonia.
Is that the real name?
Yes.
Now you're making that up. Now that's not the name.
No, I do that on other shows, not your show.
Okay,
it's called it's called Iconia.
You do it with Marler, don't you? You do it when Keith's here.
Yeah. Jeff double checks all my work here and all my emails, so I have to kind of hit it on the head. Iconia begonia, it's a brand new introduction, and it blooms profusely in the shade, which is really, really beneficial. Plus, Jason, you get that beautiful burgundy foliage to boot. So
all kidding aside, that's beautiful.
Your mother will love it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful.
In this neck of the woods, May was a little up and down, topsy-turvy with the weather. It was warm, then it was cool, and then it almost snowed, and yada. If you didn't get your tomatoes, if you didn't bang your tomatoes or your peppers or all your other warm season veggies, now is a great time to do that. And all the rage right now is companion planting. So adding some African marigolds to your veggie garden, what they do is they attract the bugs.
Okay.
Bugs go to marigolds, not your tomatoes, peppers, all those guys.
So the term is called companion gardening?
Companion planting, just like you and me.
Yeah.
Like this. Marigolds are like this with your other plants, because bugs, for whatever reason, like those. Probably somewhat because of the fragrance that they do.
Who would bugs go to in our duo?
Me.
Yeah,
we're just. Jeff Orchid also said, just you take the hit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
One trend that's also trending in the garden right now is nightscaping. So anything that you can plant that blooms in the evening is super, super hot right now.
That's horrifying looking. That's scary.
So we're in the daytime.
Yeah.
So flower is closed.
It has teeth.
Don't worry.
It looks like something Jim Henson created.
Don't worry, I'm a horticulturalist. Don't worry.
What do you do? You just broke off your own flower.
Inside here.
Okay. Ew. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get to there it is.
What is that?
It's white. It's it opens a beautiful white color. It is luminescent. It bounces off the moon. So when you're outside in your patio, this thing opens up into a big tubular flower that's white. It's somewhat aromatic, and when you're outside on your patio, getting a little tipsy, this just enhances your nightscaping. So anything that blooms at night, this is called datura.
And that datura.
Yes, it has a closed bud like this during the day, looks a little bit like a monster, opens out in this beautiful petal.
Does it kind of glow in the dark?
Yeah, it's luminescent. It's luminescent.
Okay.
Also for your summer gardening, as we roll into June, mozzies are out. So any citronella plants that you can plant right now, you rub it in your hands. The essential oil is fabulous. No, rub it.
Why? Why? Oh, that smells good.
Yeah, but the best thing is mozzies don't like it.
What? The mosquitoes. Oh, I was
mosquitoes don't.
Is that an Australian term for the mosquito?
Anybody heard of mozzies before?
No.
Then yes, that's a shame. Also, I'm confused. How long have I been?
Mozzies. You call them mozzies?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Okay.
But there's a lot of bad. Mozzies have a bad rap, and probably rightly so. So having some citronella around your there's all that West Nile. I don't know, bird flu. Whatever they're doing.
I just touched it and it has bird flu.
No, not this. The Mozzies.
Like, feels like rubbing. It gets you bird flu.
How much more time do we have?
Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's save these, and we're going to answer questions. We're staying here, aren't we?
Natives are very popular. I'm just going to keep going.
No,
Natives are very popular.
We're going to go to commercial. Dale, save that for your finale.
I'm going home.
No, you stay right here. More with Dale K. We're going to finish this, plus he's answering your gardening questions when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We're back with Garden Guy Dale K. Now, before we answer your Facebook questions, and thanks again to all of you, we got so many great questions for Dale. Let's wrap up a couple more plants to plant in this time of year.
For June, another very popular category is all your natives. They do some great ones. They're less taxing on the environment, of course. Your inputs are a lot less, and they do attract pollinators. I'm looking at some of my favorite two natives here. Milkweed, of course, for the butterflies. And then this one had some audience interest as well. This is called Aquilegia, or one of the columbines. Granny bonnets is another common name. It blooms profusely. It's a native, but it attracts hummingbirds as well. So,
seriously?
Lots of columbines. This is a native. And then also, just in general, perennials are great to plant in June. This is iris. This is kind of a true gardener's plant. All your bearded iris, also very popular right now.
As I said, we got a lot of questions from you on our Facebook page, and we're going to answer them for you right now. Or Dale is. First up, Bernice. Hi, Bernice. She asks a question a lot of you had. How do you get rid of creeping Charlie without chemicals or letting it take over your lawn?
Okay, so creeping Charlie is that little runner that has purple flowers, quite invasive. You may think it's quite pretty. If you think it's pretty, it has that wonderful little purple bloom, go ahead and leave it. It's just fine. It's just doing its thing. If you don't like it and it's in your lawn, which oftentimes it does, there's two things that you can do. One is your hands manually pulling. That's forever. That's a lot of,
it's a lot of manual labor.
What you can do without chemicals, though. Oh, I never leave anywhere without my happy bag, my gardening happy bag. I never go on a Jason show without this, because you never know when you're going to get Facebook questions. Vinegar.
What?
Vinegar sprayed in a bottle with some spreader sticker, which is just household detergent. So the vinegar will actually burn the weed, but you don't want it on your lawn, so you just spray the weed. But what the dish soap does is it helps it stick. That soapy helps it stick to the weed.
Oh.
So vinegar with a little bit of dish soap in a spray bottle out of the happy bag takes care of creeping Charlie.
There we go.
Or at least help control it.
Cindy asked another popular question. Why can't I get hydrangea bushes to bloom?
Cindy probably means the endless summer hydrangea, and ever since it came out in, I think, 2005 or thereabouts by Bailey Nurseries, a local company, there's been mixed reviews on it. In the south part of the country, down in Alabama where it's hot, I think it's just too hot for that plant. It was developed in the north. Up in the north where we are, in the upper Midwest, I think it gets just a wee little bit too cold because it's a macrophylla type hydrangea that blooms off a second-year wood, or partially first, second, some of that mid-range wood, which overwinters, and I think sometimes the winters are a little harsh. If it's not blooming for you, what I recommend, there is another Bailey's introduction called Summer Crush. And I just like the name. Why wouldn't you want Summer Crush in your backyard?
That's a picture of it right there.
That's the picture of it there.
Okay,
Try that one. It doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the same blooming issues. Audience like that one. It doesn't have the same blooming issues that Endless Summer seems to have. I had the same problem. Hey, I'm the garden guy. It didn't bloom for me. I cut bait and put something else in.
I'm fascinated that, like apples, there are new plants developed. I didn't know, like when you said, oh, it came out it dropped in 2015. It sounds like a Britney Spears album. You know what I mean? I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know.
One great thing about this industry in our neck of the woods, the University of Minnesota has a wonderful breeding development program.
Yes, they do.
And so that's great stuff.
Kimber rather, beautiful name, is next. She says, my tomatoes are always dry and mealy. What's the secret to juicy tomatoes?
Okay, you've heard me talk about it before.
Where's your happy bag?
It's right here.
Yeah, okay.
Compost is a really great soil amendment. Your tomatoes will not only taste better, but they will be juicy and full of flavor. That's the most important thing. If you've already planted your tomatoes, there is a thing called compost tea. Now, these are just like little tea bags. Yeah, we'll rip into it.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
Okay.
It's just a little. There's compost in this little thing. You pop this in your watering can. If I had a watering can, you just pop that in.
Yeah.
You let it brew. You let it brew just like you would tea, and then you water it. So you're actually watering compost. So as you do that once a month on your tomatoes, you will not have dry, mealy, bland, icky tasting tomatoes.
That is. Now that's about the best thing you've ever shown. That is great, yeah.
And it's OMRI listed, so it's safe for organic gardening. OMRI listed, safe for organic gardening.
Dale, have you got any of these flowers I can give to Marge? I want Marge to take something
I
home.
think she would like that big purple one.
Can we give her this one right here?
Yes, we can.
There we go for Marge. There we go. There we go.
The best thing is you don't even have to tell her that I did that. You can just take all the credit.
Oh, Marge, I put that together. I'm just joking. Dale K, thanks for being here. If you missed any of Dale's tips, we'll be posting this segment on our Facebook page. Just search for Jason Show TV. Still ahead, everybody. Kendall meets up with a local entrepreneur who is making tea, not compost tea, regular tea, using only local ingredients when we return. Back after this. You're left, Dale. We're still on the TV, Dale. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It is a drink. It is a drink that's been around for centuries, but people are still finding ways to make it taste better and make us feel better. One local woman is doing her part, creating one-of-a-kind teas using local ingredients. Kendall went on another adventure and introduces us to the woman behind Well-Rooted Teas.
Well-Rooted Teas brings together for me my background in public health, my background of growing up on an Iowa farm, and my passion for nature and the environment, improving the health of our environment and for people. So it brings it all together.
A lot of the ingredients used are either from farmers who are local and are very sustainable, organic, ethical, but then you forage.
There's so much out there in nature we don't tap into that is so incredibly healing. And the more you tap into plants and herbs as food, the less you need to as medicine. So this is white pine, because this is so intensely high in vitamin C. Native Americans used to just treat scurvy. And eastern white pine needles, I think, are the most flavorful. But now I'm gonna have you pull one off.
Okay.
And chew it.
What?
Yep. Yep. Just take a bite, just chew it.
Like, what? It's like a rabbit.
Right.
It actually is not bad at all.
No.
Got a cool taste to it.
Yeah, it's got a little acidic taste to it, almost lemony, and kind of a crispy, minty taste to it too.
Totally minty, crispy, lemony.
I have made all my tea blends, so it has the medicine in there, but it's also finessed in a way with other pieces that come together well that makes it not taste like medicine, that makes it taste like something you want to be drinking. We're gonna go outside in a little bit and we're gonna get some stinging nettle because I use it in a couple of my teas, and it's a really powerful medicine, but most people think it is like a weed. Stinging nettle is one of the best herbs you can get for prevention of the histamine reaction you get from allergies. So yes, if we allow ourselves to tap into these healing powers of nature, it's pretty intense. And nettle is amazing. You have to be very careful when you harvest it because it's stinging.
Okay, let's do it. Let's harvest some. Let's get me some blisters.
All right.
Let's do it. So let's take like 5 minutes to put this glove on. You can do it, Kendall.
They really do sting, and it doesn't feel great.
Right.
But nettle grows all over. I want you to clip it just close to the bottom, just hold the top. Don't let it touch your skin. Da, da, da. All right, she's got one. Look at that, she survived. Don't let it touch your skin. Don't let it casually brush against your body. You'd regret it.
Now I know why my dad's always like, when pulling weeds, wear gloves.
Yeah.
Because I would just be like, oh,
but that's not a weed, that's medicine.
It's medicine.
It's medicine. It's not a weed, it's medicine.
Your weeds are nature's herbs and teas.
Absolutely.
Okay, I did it. Now what do I do?
So now we're gonna go back inside. We're gonna turn this into some tea. It's gonna be lovely.
I'm going to ingest something I'm not allowed to touch with my skin. Sounds great.
So we're just gonna rinse it off under the water because we wanna make sure there's no little bugs or
protein.
Yeah, little extra bits on there. So we're just gonna wash it off. Look at that lovely green herbaceous color. Isn't that beautiful?
Yummy. My first tea. Might sting me.
So you can see that's just straight nettle.
It smells like asparagus water.
Cheers.
Okay, here we go. Really not bad.
Not bad.
No.
But try this. That's the nettle plus all those other herbs. And
smells so good.
see? It's a very medicinal tea, but it comes out with nice flavor.
Oh, that's good.
And it's really good for you. So it stops the eyes from being watery, the throat from swelling, and
If only we'd done this shoot like 3 weeks ago. Would have saved me so much time and wear and tear on my glasses.
Right?
Kendall joins me now. You were saying she's a smarty.
She's so smart. So
Yeah.
she was talking about the different things that she's done, what made her want to do this then. And she talked about in the beginning of the piece, but I was like, what's that? Well, what's that? Well, what can that do? And she was showing me, oh, this plant can actually stop this from itching if you get this on your skin. And I mean, it was on like literally the ditch. And it was fascinating. You know me, I'm into all this kind of
I know you
earthy
love this stuff. That's
and
why I love it. It's fascinating.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
I wasn't a tea person until about 9 years ago, and now, like especially during the winter, I swear by it. Is there any flavor that you really love that you would now buy?
So I actually got some of the stuff that she was having me use because she was like, just let me know what you think, blah, 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 blah. And I'm all into helping the locals. And it really genuinely helped my symptoms. Like I felt,
Seriously?
yeah, no, honest to God, it really did help me. So I mean,
It's your,
I'm not walking, talking ad, but I do think that
It helped.
It was awesome, yeah. And all of her different varieties kind of help with something. So I
love
like
it. I'm
that.
gonna be drinking tea, girl. To learn about the teas, go to wellrootedteas.com. And don't forget, if you missed this, don't worry. We're going to post a segment a little bit later on Facebook. And of course, you can find full episodes on our YouTube channel. Just search for Jason Show TV and hit that subscribe button. We're going to be right back to wrap up the show. Back after this. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Well, hey, music fans, Fox9.com is teaming up with iHeartRadio to bring a live concert event. This is really unique, especially for us. Tomorrow night, you can watch Tyga perform live on Fox9.com starting at 9 tomorrow night. Again, that's 9 o'clock tomorrow on Fox9.com. Welcome back to the show, everybody. We always love, even when y'all are mad at me when I ruin Jeopardy, we do look at, look, I get it, I understand. We always check social media, and you get more questions about what you wear, what your hair is, and someone today, you want to guess what the question is?
My dress?
No, someone wanted to know where you get your lipstick.
Oh,
literally,
yes.
she just asked a few minutes ago. What was her name, Jeff? Susie wanted to know. Yeah.
Susie, my lipstick is called Myrrh by MAC. I've been looking for it for years, and then I just put like a pink lip gloss over it.
Oh, there we go.
Myrrh.
There we go, Susie. Keep the comments coming. Well, one of your favorite Jason Show segments is coming back sooner than you probably thought. Get ready. This is so great. Get ready for more producer Ted because, listen to this, audience. The Hallmark Channel just announced they will debut 2 new Christmas movies next month. Next month.
Gross.
It's Christmas in July with Ted. It kicks off the 10th anniversary of its Countdown to Christmas campaign. Christmas Camp, that's the first one, will premiere July 7th. And then a Merry Christmas Match. A Merry Christmas Match airs on July 13th. The movies are part of a record-breaking 40 original holiday movies airing on the Hallmark Channel and on the channel Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. Yeah. And, Kendall, you weren't here last season.
Right.
But Ted
is a lover.
Ted is a lover of the Hallmark movies, and he reviews, right, audience? And he reviews each and every one of them all throughout the season.
Oh, good. I like them, but I hate when I watch one that's not very good.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like, you can't waste your time, so thank God we have Ted. What do we do?
And Ted, look, Ted pulls no punches. And he takes heat from people. If he doesn't like what Tiffany Amber Thiessen's doing in a movie, he says it. Yeah. No, he grades very harshly. If there's not a gazebo in it, he doesn't like it. If there's not a kiss in a town square, he doesn't like it.
I wonder which of his 3 shirts he'll wear to watch it.
I don't know.
He's wowing me.
Oh my goodness. Kendall just flat burned producer Ted. Tomorrow on the show, Aaron Meyer from Lemons, Lavender, and Laundry is here. and she's got some new cleaning tips. It's tomorrow. Go out there and be yourself, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.